Time for some history, Doug.
And sit out in the sun.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, I've done that once when I was at school.
Did you?
Stupid.
Did it work?
I had a big blonde streak straight down the middle of my head.
And it worked, yeah?
Yeah, it went fucking yellow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
I probably burnt my fucking scalp as well.
Did you? You would have felt your scalp burning, man, no doubt.
I had
fried
a
my
guinea
brains
pig
off.
that got sunburned so bad that it was like scabbing up.
A guinea pig that got
Yeah.
sunburn.
We had like a shed with a run,
Yeah.
and like it would run outside, and this one was too stupid to get out the sun. The rest were fine, but this one had like fucking burns.
What?
Like you put fags out on it, yeah.
Gee, oh, who was doing that in your house, bro? That's brilliant.
It's the sun. Me.
You were the only son in the house.
That's it.
Man, I can't find my notes I've written at all.
Just do some in 1500s instead.
I've got a document somewhere. I wrote up my notes on Friday. We're recording right now and I can't find it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I might have to do a hot restart, but that was a good one.
It's alright.
We'll just cut it out.
Well, actually, we can just talk about what the event is because it's easy to talk about.
Yeah, we do know it from
we
school.
do know it
There's a
from-
rhyme about it.
Everyone knows this date
Yeah.
in history, which we're doing for the episode, so I can't just do that while I frantically look for the fucking document.
What's the song? Do you remember the song?
Remember, 5th of November.
Gunpowder, treason, and plot.
Bomba clot.
I
And this
know
actually
of no-
comes out on the day, this one.
Yeah,
We
it
haven't had
does.
much of that lately.
I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Now, I
Oh.
can't remember that part from being a kid, but they put that in V for Vendetta, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one.
What a
V for
film.
Vendetta.
Yeah.
I love
that's a
that
good
film.
one.
That kind of shows how the opinions changed around Guy Fawkes as well.
Oh, totally.
It becomes sort of known as like a folk hero rather than a villain. That
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
in his time.
I've got the documents, so I've stopped shitting myself as much now.
Oh, nice.
I had to get hold of Assange, and he hooked me up.
Yeah, Julian.
Yeah.
Quit raping them Dutch bitches and get on the phone.
Get yourself out of Belmarsh, cuz.
He's actually in prison now.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
He's been in
He's
prison for
fucked.
ages. He's fucked.
Yeah, he was hid up in a fucking Ecuadorian embassy or something, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
no, he's
Yeah.
in Belmarsh now, cuz.
Oh,
He's
shit.
been in there a while.
I might
Yeah.
do some crimes.
and
Well, I do a lot of crimes, but I might do one big crime
Just so you can
that
meet
I'm
him.
not very subtle about.
just go hang out with Assange.
Yeah.
Are you going to help him not get deported?
I was just going to pick his brain.
Tell me everything
what
you know.
VPN do you use, bro?
So the gunpowder plot, 5th of November, 1605 it happened.
1605, good time.
It is a good
Should
time.
we do 5th of November first so we don't distract?
Yeah, go on. What other spooky events happened
So-
on the 5th of November?
Well, this is the only one that is pre-1605. In
Okay.
1499, the Catholicon is released, and it's like the first Bible. It means
Okay.
universal, but it's the first Bible in Breton, French, and Dutch, I think.
Okay,
So then that, obviously, 100, 200 years later,
yeah,
everyone's pissed about Catholics.
they're mad.
So that's part of it.
It's a very big part of it.
1688, big man, King Billy, William of Orange,
Yeah.
lands on Brixham to challenge James II's reign.
No way. And this is quite Catholic versus Protestant stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Again,
still,
happening November 5th.
yeah, that's it. November 5th is known as an anti-Pope day
Is it really?
throughout history up until like the 40s, 50s.
Really?
Yeah,
What
might
changed?
be because of that.
Why is
You
it
just
not
got to be
now?
quiet about it now. Too many dang Italians and Irish. 1917. So this, in the old style date, would be the 25th of October. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
How the Russians didn't catch up for ages.
Yeah.
But it's actually November 5th. Lenin calls for the October Revolution.
Oh,
So
fuck.
it's confusing because it's called the October Revolution.
Yeah, of course. But it's November 5th when you call our calendar November
Yeah.
5th now. when
Yeah,
it calls
modern
for it.
calendar.
Oh, fuck.
So it's the
it.
November Revolution. Thank you.
Can't
Vladimir.
even go. Oh, right, you fucking commie.
So in 1943, another fucking topical one,
Go on.
bombing of the Vatican.
Oh, shit.
So
God
unknown.
damn, November and Catholics.
Yeah, they got it like
There's something going on there,
In
like
there.
a symbolism or something.
Yeah.
November 5th and Catholics are having it.
No, I wanted to get to the bottom of it with my cork board. But everything was pointed towards lizards. And I didn't want to bring us down. But yeah, no one knows who did it. Everyone said, it couldn't have been us.
Yeah.
We didn't do it. Germany, America, and Britain all gave assurances.
Fuck, who
And
do you
then-
guys reckon did it?
Britain. There were British bombs.
Were they?
Yeah, and one of
Go on,
the
boys.
eyewitnesses, I think it was, or someone talking about an
Church of
eyewitness.
England for days.
England. Yeah, so they said it was November 5th was known as an anti-Pope day to the British,
God damn.
but it proves nothing. All 4 bombs were British made. It happened on a British day of anti-Popeness. But what are you going to do?
Maybe we just sold them to someone else to use.
Well, that's how it works. But come on, let's take that.
Yeah,
one.
because it was
Yeah, we'll take it.
I'll take
World
it.
War II, innit? All the arms were going missing. We were in
Yeah.
France, getting pushed back, getting pushed forward.
But I'll take that one because if you think about it, November 5th, right? That's when Guy Fawkes plans on blowing up Parliament. It's
Mm.
World War II. There's a few bombs floating about, a few things being chucked about. Fuck it.
Might have just been a rogue fucking
rogue geezer.
rogue proddy.
I
So
would-
I haven't got an effigy to burn.
Yeah.
Just going to drop some shit on the Pope. Because he was flying in circles for ages around the Vatican.
Yeah, that's
And
this
then
is
as
exactly
soon as
what
an
happened.
Allied Air Force come past,
Yeah.
they dropped the bombs and fucked off.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. It's just some geezer who just wanted the best Guy Fawkes night ever.
But that year, I think, Sicily had been taken and Mussolini had stepped down.
Oh, shit.
Well, they fucked him off.
Yeah.
But the fascists were still big.
Yeah.
So it might have, fuck knows, could have been a false flag.
No, I'm telling you that what it is, brother. It's just, it could be a false flag, couldn't it? Ooh.
Who is, I can't remember now, there's a president who got elected for 3 terms. He's the only one.
No, there's not.
Yeah, I think it was
No.
a wartime fuckery or something.
But Eisenhower was the war one, wasn't he?
Fuck knows then. Might have just been cheeky chappy.
Cheeky.
Nah, I didn't do it last year, I promise. I'll swear it down, don't you want a coin? No. But Clinton and Nixon are also elected on this day. It's like election season, isn't it?
Oh, it is election season, isn't it? Is that this year?
Next year.
innit?
So they're
Next
starting
year.
campaigns now. They still haven't given RFK any bodyguards.
When did the
Fucking
riots
cunts.
start?
Whenever. As soon as Trump gets on TV.
He hurts my feelings. It is always around election season. Some big fuckery happens in the States.
Yeah.
Well, 23rd of November we're looking forward to this year, aren't we?
Yeah, start of World War Three.
Yeah, that creepy
Germany
video you
versus
sent
Russia,
us.
apparently. But Germany are fucking reliant on Russia. Trump said so.
No, but I can see them targeting Germany. But
Yeah, because that's the first step.
yeah,
They're like, we'll leave Poland alone this time. Let's go straight to Germany.
well, yeah, of course.
Uh,
They need to be tied with Germany to invade Poland. That's how they work. They invade Poland together.
Yeah.
One for either side.
Yeah,
John, we had Windows XP last week.
yeah.
We got Android Mobile OS this week. Yeah, 2007.
Go on.
Android was introduced.
That's gangster.
And do you remember fucking 2021? That festival, Astro World?
Oh,
Where
the
everyone
one with
got crushed
fucking
and died and the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
when they
weirdo
thought
was
they was
there
having
chanting at
a
them.
demon
Yeah.
fucking
Big time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big fucking satanic up. So that was the start of them being obvious about being satanic, really.
No, it's
Yeah.
November 5th.
Yeah, November 5th.
Who has
10
a
deaths,
festival
25.
in November, you fucking...
America's warm some
Quite
places,
close
isn't
to
it?
Halloween as well, though, isn't it? Like that's pretty satanic.
Yeah, this whole
This sort
like
of
fucking
season,
gap.
yeah.
It's like the
Yeah,
death
it's
of
the,
nature, isn't it? How the old pagans saw it.
Yeah, it's meant to be like the whole sacrificing season, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's conspiracy nutters were going off about fucking Chandler for that reason, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. But still.
Well, he's definitely not a
Spooky
schwimmer.
What else we got for November 5th? What birthdays you got for me?
Oh, I got some good ones.
Go on.
Ghazan is a direct descendant of Genghis.
Oh.
He's Kublai. Kublai was his grand uncle.
Oh, okay.
And he's the ruler of the Ilkhanate, which is basically Iran, Iraq sort of area.
Okay.
And he's known for converting to Islam.
Okay.
Controlled Iran and that from like
Nice.
1295 to 1304.
Nice.
I can't remember how he got disposed. But yeah, then we got 1846, Duncan Gordon Boys. He was a Navy engineer and he received the Victoria Cross for gallantry in
Okay.
Japan, the Shimonoseki expedition in 1864. He was only 17 years old, but he was carrying the colours,
Yeah.
so he wasn't even fighting. They were getting poggered.
Yeah.
But he kept moving forward no matter what,
Fuck
until he
yeah.
got told, like, no, we're all going now.
Yes.
Like just a flag bearer.
Go
But
on,
then
son.
he got dismissed for a piss up.
Hey.
He went on the piss in Bermuda,
Yeah.
and like, I don't think he had his pass with him to get back into the docks or something.
Yeah.
So they found out that he'd trespassed on the docks without his pass, and court-martialed him with another guy.
Fuck.
And he got sent to his brother's sheep farm, or his father's sheep farm with his brothers in New Zealand.
Yeah.
But he was like depressed alcoholic by then.
Oh,
He
fuck.
just wants to fucking carry flags, dog.
Yeah, it's just carry flags and party, bro.
And I was all
He's a
excited
geezer.
about him, and then I found out he jumped out of a window to his death.
Oh.
But I've already done the notes, so I was just, fucking throw that in at the end.
Yeah, that's fucking... I don't want to hear a hero going out like that, bro. He was a true blue.
Yeah, but that's what it is. If you're a fighting man, as soon as the fighting's over, it's fucking gay. I don't want to be a sheep farmer, bro. Shepherds are fucking uncool cowboys. Shepherding is like a New Zealand tradition, though, isn't it? And I'm glad to see that we sort of brought it there.
Oh, yeah, I mean... Do you think it was a Welshman who took it there?
I'd like to think not.
No?
I think the English turned up with it, and then the Welsh turned up to show 'em how it's done.
Oi.
So, get your wellies on, Bowie.
This is how
Chief
you
Smackahoe?
Nah.
Ike Turner himself?
I was expecting some actual fucking native called Chief Smackahoe. I was getting well excited.
I'm like, what's wrong, baby? She said nothing. Slap!
It's Ike's birthday, is it?
Yeah, Ike Turner.
Nice.
Brian Adams.
Okay.
Art Garfunkel.
Oh, yeah.
And Odell Beckham Jr., wide receiver. Played at LSU. I think he won a Super Bowl. He's like
Okay.
fucking massive.
His middle
Plays for
name's
the Ravens
Beckham,
now.
but he's an American football player.
His last name is Beckham, yeah.
That's
Odell
fucking-
Beckham
Oh,
Jr.
Shit.
So even his dad's called Beckham.
Yeah.
And I expect possibly his granddad. And that guy's dad.
I didn't even. I thought that was. I thought that was one of our surnames. Cheeky American cunts.
Yeah, well, it might have been his slave over surname, so
Oh.
let's just fucking wash over that. I think Green and Jackson had some big old plantations as well.
Definitely had some big old plantations.
So that's about it for November 5th.
Okay.
He was
nice.
born in 1992.
That's some good fucking. Oh wow, he's younger than us then.
Well, you're 92, aren't you?
I'm 92, yeah.
Yeah.
92. I speak, if
Fucking
he was
old
born in
man.
92 as well, and David Beckham was in the class of 92 for Manchester United.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he come up through, they call him the class of 92.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a conspiracy there.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
92 Beckhams. Let me get my gematria out. Oh shit, we're on 91 Beckhams. This is the year of the prophecy.
So let's look at what's going on in the world around the time of the gunpowder plot. So
It's-
the gunpowder plot happens in like 1605, right?
This is sort of like Renaissance, post-Renaissance,
I'd say post-Renaissance. I
late Renaissance.
think.
But we got Johann Bach, so
Oh, yeah.
not Sebastian. He was born in 1604, so it's like a
Okay,
year
nice.
before, and he starts the Erfurt line of the Bach musical family.
Oh, nice.
So like they're all composers. He was a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
composer. All his family were composers.
Yeah.
Let's start a band.
Yeah.
Family band. Yeah, but they were sick, man. Buck's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, Bach's fucking. He's probably my favourite.
Reckon?
Big one for Shakespeare as well.
It is a big one for Shakespeare. This year, 1605, this actual year.
Yeah, the year and the year before,
Yeah.
he dropped most of the bangers.
Yeah.
Midsummer Night's Dream, Othello,
Nice.
Henry V
Nice.
goes with last week's one.
Yes.
Love's Labour's Lost, Merchant of Venice.
Fucking hell.
He's fucking smashing it.
This is his time.
And he performs the. I can't remember which one it
Shakespeare's
is
in
now.
Paris.
It's like his controversial one. He performed it in front of King James.
I don't know which one that is.
Me either, because it's kind of like washed away.
Yeah.
Something about means, maybe?
Memes.
Means.
Something about beans.
Means and beans.
Was it one of the witch? No, because wouldn't it be one of the witches ones? Because he didn't like witches.
No, that would be the naughty one that you're not allowed to say. But it's like, let me find it then.
He didn't like witches. I know that because he's like King James. It's King James who's in power during all of this,
Yeah.
isn't it? And he doesn't like witches. This is the same geezer, King James, who wrote Demonology, bro.
This, the year before actually, again, 1604, he's collecting for his translation of the Bible.
Who? King James.
King James is
Yeah.
putting out, like, 10 donations.
Bro, you can't trust any Bible that's been touched by a lizard person.
You trust any
It's
Bible?
gonna
But
be
it's
an
the
actual
same.
lizard person edited the Bible.
Yeah, but it was free. So I got the damn thing on me, baby. But it is beautiful. He was a fucking wordsmith half.
Yeah.
But I think he actually had, like, a team.
Yeah, oh, he's got one. Have you read Demonology?
No, it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm not so sure about that sort of
He's
shit yet.
teaching you how to catch witches.
Exactly. Which seems like fucking, what's it? Like,
What?
what do you call it? What's that disease I always have?
Who always has?
Kings. They've always got like the
Gout.
crazy. Well, gout's another one. But syphilis.
Oh, syphilis.
Sounds like syphilis dreams.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the... we'll get to that actually now, worth mentioning now. Because if we ever do an episode about witches, a lot of the times, like, so King James is doing all these witch hunts and that. A lot of times back then, they were actually just hunting Catholics. Because there's people at midnight, late together, getting together doing communions, chanting and shit like that. Simpleton could be like, that's a witch. Then King James gets the Catholics, gets his people all together to hunting Catholics and witches.
Did it all start like because of Henry VIII?
Oh.
The hate for the Catholics.
It does, yeah. I'm going to go into that when we start the episode. That's pretty much where my time.
Because it was only Catholic before that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
So apparently Shakespeare wrote the Scottish play for James I.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, I can't find that one I was thinking of.
No.
But yeah, and James officially adopted Shakespeare's company.
What does he mean? Oh, yeah, adopted.
Like his plays and all that. So he's like, I guess, subsidising him.
Yeah. So that's why this was his big come up.
Yeah, so
this is why he's popping off with all his tails out.
Yeah. There, 1606, the Macbeth come out, and he like loved him for it.
So he's got the funding behind him now.
Yeah, that was about witches running the Scottish kings, and obviously James was 4th of Scotland, wasn't he?
Sixth of Scotland.
Sixth, yeah.
6 and 1.
6 for 1.
Tokugawa as well. Did we have a Tokugawa episode?
I think we came up with Tokugawa. We had an Nobunaga episode.
Oh yeah,
but we spoke about Tokugawa. What was he doing?
He just stepped down, abdicated the shogunate.
Fucking hell, that means he wasn't in power long.
Yeah, and his grandson was born.
Same year?
Yes.
Yeah?
No, 1606 maybe, or 1604.
Oh, okay.
So around, so it's pretty close, yeah.
So he's just retiring to be a good granddad, really.
Yeah.
Top Gun Shogun for that one. Do you know what I mean?
And they started alphabetising the dictionary.
What?
Yeah.
No
the
way.
first dictionary that's in alphabetical order.
So
table
what
alphabetical.
What order was it in before?
It's the most important words. We say the a lot. I'll go first. Bitch!
So they're doing literally just shouting them out, and they all get together in a room, just like shouting them out.
Yes, yeah.
Fucking hell.
They must have, like, before
That first
computers,
dictionary
autism must have been so valuable.
Oh, so valuable.
They were like, yeah, we're a line of scholars. We're going to give our kid Mercury as he's born. He's going to go through all the books about their, that's their, yeah, we got that one. Oh, new one. Drop that down. But to be fair, Shakespeare was inventing words, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
This whole
inventing
time.
a whole language. And still phrases and terms and everything we use today.
The name Jessica was an invention.
Fuck off.
Yeah, he
No
invented
way.
it in his play.
Just
Just out of nowhere.
Just made
That
it
sounds nice.
Damn. What was the character of Jessica like?
Oh, I can't remember.
No.
It's been a long time since I did a bit of English lit.
Oh, yeah, fair. We haven't been in school in a while.
I've been getting English lit ever since.
Been lighting up that English language.
A funny thing I saw for 1605.
Go on.
I say funny. What? The generic name False Dimitri is basically refers to various imposters who pass themselves off as Tsars for Russia, basically.
What, so like some geezers...
Basically
That
said...
name was invented as well.
Yeah.
You're all right, Dimitri.
Yeah, that's it.
Sort of Walter Mitty of the Tsars.
First thing that come into their heads when they was asked what their names were. No, he was basically Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah.
When he died,
Yeah.
he had like a son called Dmitri,
Yeah.
and he was assassinated years before.
Okay.
And then all these guys basically started saying that they'd...
I'm fucking Dimitri.
Yeah, they said that they survived the assassination and all this shit.
How many geezers?
So the first one was in... what was he? Between 1582
Yeah.
to 1606.
And what, he was
And
in power?
he actually become the Tsar of Russia and
Fuck
reigned.
off,
He reigned from 1605 to 1606, but he'd been claiming to be this guy since 1582.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
That's mental. What a fucking... That's a game and a half.
yeah,
Go
innit?
on, Chad.
Just like fucking random.
Top con men of all time, I reckon.
Yeah. Who's pulling that off? Fucking hell.
Well, he weren't the first one. There was another one.
What?
1607 to 1610.
Fool
No,
me
I'm
once.
Dimitri.
Fool me once, Russia.
There's a third one.
Fuck off.
1611 to 1612. And then the fourth one, he was active 1611 to 1612, but some argue that
What? Active? Hold up. So they were in power, all of these
actually in power.
Dimitris?
Yeah, everyone kept turning up and basically saying, I'm actually Dimitri, and they just believed it 4 times in a row. Last one's the best one, though. Some argue that False Dimitri 4 is just False Dimitri 3 due to bad record keeping.
God.
He came back and abdicated against himself. I'm Dimitri. It's that syphilis again. He was just sat there.
Well, Russia have that old tradition, didn't they? Like bald hair, bald hair. Do you reckon he just kept taking wigs off? And then came back bald and was like, hey.
What's them little Russian dolls that just keep opening up inside each other?
Fuck, that's a wild one. Yeah, fix that, Russia. That's dumb.
Well, they got rid, didn't they? October Revolution, boys. Fuck all this Dimitri shit.
Man, I can't believe that. That's fucking crazy.
We got
I might try it.
You gonna give it a go? You need to get someone assassinated first, though. That's the only problem.
No, I'll just say I'm him.
Who?
If they're dumb enough to get like 4 in a row. Well, no, I'm Dimitri. I was frozen cryogenically.
I was fell at the bottom of the lake, same lake with Rasputin.
Oh, you get frozen well easy in fucking Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, with fucking Rasputin just defrosted.
And then come back
Mate, why
again.
don't you try that one? Oh, they didn't like it.
No, they got his dick.
They've
They got his dick in a museum somewhere. That's
which means you'd have
fucking
to
hammer.
fucking cut your penis off.
That's okay.
It won't make much difference in comparison to his dick. But no, that's just what was left of it.
No, he has got a hammer, hasn't he?
Talk.
Yeah, he supposedly has a hammer in that Russian museum. I'd go see it.
They like a big dick in Russia. Queen Catherine, wasn't it? She died fucking a horse.
Oh, did she?
Well, they say that. I think it's like propaganda.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
stuck
yeah.
with it. It's either that or she fell off the toilet shitting. So both are pretty embarrassing.
But like, with the whole, what's it? That I think I might in World War III, if we get to the point where we're invading Russia, I think I might do like a personal little op to go get Rasputin's penis.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
take it with you like
Yeah,
it's
bring it
like
back.
the crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's got his land? Me, bro.
That's what I'm
Wear it
looting.
on a necklace.
Do you know how like they'd loot like precious artifacts out of like Berlin and shit like that,
yeah.
and out of Paris when the Germany's in
Oh,
Germany.
yeah, that's
Germans-
that's the best part of the war.
That's what I'm
Imagine
saying.
being in
All the
Iraq
looting.
and getting fucking Saddam's shit,
Yeah,
golden toilets and that.
golden toilets, getting all like ancient artifacts and shit like that.
Yeah, boy.
I'm getting Rasputin's fucking schlong, bruv, in World War III. That's my
Nice.
goal.
I'd have loved to have got down to like Bin Laden's caves and got all of his blueprints for 9/11. Like,
All of
that'd
his
be something,
anime.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, did you see his computer?
Yeah.
He had like Final Fantasy VII and shit. It's fucking awesome. I
It's
love it.
fucking weird though. Isn't it? So he's a 60-year-old fucking weeb
Yeah,
who died on dialysis in 1998.
Nah, they Megatroned him, cuz. Come on.
Megatron him straight in the sea.
So, talking about terrorists, should we get on with this week's episode?
Yeah.
We'll talk about the gunpowder
Oh, gee.
plot.
I was going to say one thing just before we
Go
go.
on.
Obviously, this is going to be about Guy Fawkes
Yeah.
quite a bit, yeah?
Oh fuck! I got
Little
notes for
bit.
Guy Ritchie.
I was going to say, what other guys do we know?
Guy Ritchie, yeah.
I know a
We
couple of
spoke
guys.
about it,
I
yeah.
had a quick look through the top 50 guys.
Oh, okay.
Where do you think Guy Fawkes ranks?
Number what? Like 2, 1?
3.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie's number 1.
Fuck off.
There's a number 2 in between them.
Fuck no. it's
Guy Fieri, an American restaurateur.
Oh, yeah,
Flavour Town,
Flavour
baby.
Town.
Yeah.
Shit.
I thought Fawkes would be above him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know, man. He's
There's
a
a-
pretty good TV host.
There was
Guy
a,
Ritchie should be number 1. Guy Ritchie. Shit, Guy Ritchie. Where's Guy Ritchie?
yeah, he's number 1. He's number 1.
Oh, he's number
Yeah,
1,
yeah,
sorry.
But
Yeah.
there was another guy.
So, why was I thinking of something else? Sorry,
I
go on,
don't
yeah.
know. There's another guy, Guy Madison.
Yeah, who's that?
He was an American film, television, and radio actor, best known for playing Wild Bill Hickok.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I
Nice.
thought that was a little
Callback.
throwback to one of your
Yeah,
other ones.
That is an old good callback.
There's another guy called Guy Rothschild.
Guy Rothschild.
Yeah, a
Rothschild.
French banker.
He paid to keep himself off the list.
What number was he on the list?
I didn't get that one.
Uh,
Fuck. Oh well.
Oh well.
But yeah, fuck the Rothschilds. He was a French banker from like 1985 up to 2007. So
He's
he
living off
definitely
that
helped fuck the
fucking
two
Nazi
of
gold.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was about to say, right, because I think it happened this week in the news. I'm going to double check which day, because I remember posting it, which is quite... when was the Balfour Treaty signed? I'm pretty sure it was one day this week.
Yeah, it was. I see that.
Yeah. But the Balfour Treaty was also signed one day this week, and I never knew that is literally addressed to a Rothschild.
Is it?
It's literally written out for a Rothschild. Yo, here's Mr. Rothschild, have Israel.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
Right.
ridiculous.
Mm.
Absolutely ludicrous.
kind of relevant that this stuff's going on now. Also,
Yeah,
again, sort
of
of
course.
October, November.
Yeah, completely. So yeah, let's get started on fucking 5th of November, boys.
Yeah, that's enough, guys.
That's enough, guys. Enough fellas hanging about. So, Also, another one which happens actually today in history, the day we're recording, not the day this comes out. So this comes out 5th of November. But the day we're recording on the 3rd is actually the day where the English Parliament passes the first Act of Supremacy.
Oh, it gives Henry royal fucking divinity or whatever
over the Pope and the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And so that happened in 1533. And King Henry VIII took control of the English Church from Rome. And after that, obviously, you can imagine things got a little bit tense.
Yeah. Oh, was it 5th of November? No.
Go on.
No, it was when I was doing the wrong 100 years before research. He just turned down. Was it Catherine of Aragon?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Turned her down.
Or something. His dad ordered him to
stop that shit.
Yeah. Either go for it or don't. I can't remember which way around it is.
Yeah.
It's too early anyway. Not relevant. Sorry.
But yeah, so after King Henry VIII fucking starts his own church because she just wants to divorce his missus.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty big move, bruv. She must have been pretty annoying.
Oh yeah, imagine.
Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna piss off the Pope just so I can leave this bitch.
Yeah.
And change the world for everybody.
For everybody.
Forever.
Yeah. Especially the whole of England.
Yeah.
We ain't Catholic no more. We're gonna cause some dramas. Now let's hate Catholics.
Make up our own church.
Yeah. It's sort of like a medieval Brexit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It was, wasn't it? It was just medieval
Who's he?
Brexit.
Farage?
Yeah, he's definitely Farage, 100%. Although maybe Boris.
Fat Farage.
Yeah.
Maybe just Boris.
Yeah, maybe just Boris.
Borage.
Boris.
Borage. What is that? That is something.
He
I
needs
think
to
it's like
release
horse
that.
food or something.
Oh, I thought it was cereal.
Borage.
He does need to release that. I was going to say I'd buy some borage. So yeah, between 1533 1540, we have our Catholic Brexit. King Henry VIII starts his own
Borage,
church.
Brexit, breakfast. Sorry, I had to get it out.
And everyone starts hating on Catholics a bit. Gets a bit shit. 17th of November 1578, though. That's when Queen Elizabeth takes the crown, and she starts the Catholic hating a bit harder, right?
Because of Queen Mary, wasn't it, of Scotland?
Yeah, that's
She was a prick.
Yeah. Her sister was basically a massive bitch and a Catholic. So when Queen Elizabeth got to power, she was like...
Ain't that just what a bitch would do, bro?
So from 1559 to 1563, there was the Elizabethan religious settlement. It required anyone who was appointed to a public or church office to swear allegiance to the monarch as head of the church and state. The penalties for refusal were severe. Fines were imposed for recussancy, and repeat offenders risked imprisonment and execution. Bro.
Did you hear about how much the fines were?
Yeah.
It was like, are you getting onto that later?
I will get
onto that. Okay, I won't say anything.
I haven't got onto how much it would cost them, but I got you a year revenue of how much they made in like the first year.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the individual fines were?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, I think it was like £20.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if that was a month.
Yeah.
And they was only making something like £2 a year.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I see something when I was doing research. Someone got like awarded £10 a year, like for something big.
Yeah.
So like,
they'd won the lottery.
Imagine how fuck all that was.
Yeah, it would have been amazing.
But they're charging you 20.
So I was only likening it to like Alex Jones getting fined is like £1 billion.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So they were just like
Forcing them into banks,
like
yeah, basically, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Shit.
How big that number is.
Yeah. Then that's probably what they're planning on doing to all of us soon.
Yeah.
For speaking out.
Or driving in London.
Already fucking doing it to me. Yeah.
So the penalties, as I said about executions and shit, I mean, that's probably worse than a fine, to be fair, though. Obviously, Catholicism became marginalised, but despite the threat of torture or execution, priests continued to practice their faith in secret.
Just like the apostles, son.
Huh?
Sucking off little boys.
Yeah, that's what they were practicing in secret.
Well, maybe that came later and they were just really good at keeping secrets by then. All these secrets we've been practicing, I've got an idea.
all these recuscants, I think that's how you say it. Or these are the Catholics who are like in secret and that. Like there's a lot of families doing it, and they would like have like little priest holes in their house.
Glory holes.
Yeah,
the old glory hole.
But no, it was like you'd put a bookcase aside, and there's like a little stool and a place for a priest to sit.
And Franking the priest.
Yeah, everyone was always Anne Franking priests back then, bro.
What do you want to eat, bro? Bread. You sure you don't want some stew? Bread and wine. All right. Can you crush the bread into a little wafer?
In 1585, any priest ordained abroad since 1559 and found on English soil was automatically deemed a traitor and his lay host a felon, both punishable by death.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Not a good time to be.
No, it's not a good time to be Catholic.
It hasn't been for a while.
No, not for a long time.
Like from then until like the 90s.
Even
in
now.
Ireland, at least.
Most anything to do with England, or it's in Japan even as well.
Yeah.
Fucking Shout to Silence, sick film.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
You need to watch that bit. Scorsese, fucking Japan, Catholics. It's good, bro.
Jesuits,
yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was earlier than this, but they'd kicked them all out, hadn't they?
Yeah.
They were like...
No, Tokugawa Ieyasu. Long before this.
Yeah.
Shit, this is a shit time in history for Catholics.
Yeah, it was just after the Inquisition, innit? I think they took it a bit far.
Everyone was a bit pissed.
Also a bad time to be a Jew.
Yeah, they were getting kicked out a lot of places.
They've gone
as well.
everywhere for the last 100 years.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
Has Islam ever been kicked out somewhere apart from Jerusalem?
No. You see what that does to a fucking world, don't you?
So, 25th of March, 1586, is the execution of Margaret Clitheroe. She was pressed to death.
Oh,
so
like a flower. Squashed between two books.
Someone got it in a frame somewhere.
Yeah,
she was like
thinking there must be a squashing.
There was this chick who was harbouring a priest. She was ordered to death. She was stripped naked and had the door of her house removed, laid on top of her, and then heavy stones were added on top to crush her.
Oh, what, the door was put on her? Fucking hell.
Yeah. They crushed her with her own front door, bruv, for refusing to enter a plea to the charge of harbouring Catholic priests. In 1970, though, Pope Paul VI canonised her as a saint.
Oh, yeah.
Took his
They
time.
fucking do that.
Yeah. What good is that
Everyone's
now?
a saint, bruv. Literally, every time I do one of these, I'll see what holidays are on. Oh, another feast. How many fucking saints you got?
That's a pretty good one, though. She got crossed by a door, bruv.
Yeah, but for harbouring a fugitive.
Yeah.
It's not all that, is it? She's not the priest.
Yes, true. She isn't the
How
priest.
good could she have been? She just needed to confess every day. She might have been a fucking junkie whore.
She was actually a rogue, and this is a good perspective on that.
Yeah. Why do you need a priest?
Yeah,
Because I'm guilty. I'm a Catholic.
So basically what she done is she laid on her back, got fucked a lot.
Yeah. And they're like, we're going to crush you.
Had to go and confess, obviously, every single day.
Yeah.
And then she laid on her back and got crushed by a fucking door.
Yeah.
So she's done nothing.
We're going to
She's
give
a
you the
saint
Henry
for laying
VIII
down.
treatment. Lay down. We're going to put a massive weight on you.
They just got Henry to come by and sit on it. Yeah, no doubt. But so when all of this happens, right, there's a young man who's probably around 13 at this time. He would have heard of this story happening. This big spooky thing, right? This young fella was a dude named Robert Catesby.
Catesby.
But with a C, not a K. He came from an ancient, historic, and distinguished lineage, and would later become the big cheese behind the gunpowder plot.
Oh.
This is the real geezer. So we all think 5th of November, Guy Fawkes.
This is the FBI agent supplying the arms, sort of guy. He convinced him to do
This
it.
is the real guy who fucking... Yeah, essentially, but this is the real geezer who thinks of it. He's been a Catholic since day one, bro. 1601. He's now aged 24. He takes part in what was called the Essex Rebellion.
Essex boys.
So I don't know much about this. Not that film either. But I don't know much about the Essex Rebellion. But during that, he was wounded and captured. But Queen Elizabeth allowed him to escape with his life after fining him 4,000 marks, which is the modern equivalent of 9,872,000.
Fucking talk about distinguished family, bro.
You know what I
He's got a
mean?
9 mil bail.
Yeah, he's got a 9 mil bail, and he hit it, and Queen Elizabeth was like, all right.
Sweet.
And Essex, he started a whole rebellion, and
Yeah.
then got a 10 mil bail, and was like, yeah, I got that.
Yeah, boy.
This
Be a
guy's
January 6th election.
He was described as by contemporaries as a good-looking man, about 6 feet tall, athletic, and a good swordsman.
Was he from Essex?
I'm not sure if he was from Essex. He had a yard in
If so, he's a
London.
cunt.
So you can just imagine like the white teeth and
Yeah, he's coming at you in fucking chinos and shit.
Yeah.
So I need to get to the tanning beds of Liverpool if I pay anything.
How am I going to get out to Turkey? Let's get my teeth done before the fucking 5th. Early 1600s. Lizzie ain't looking good, bro.
No.
She's on her way out.
Lizzie the lizard.
Lizzie the lizard is on her way out, bro. and to curry favour with who is suspected to be next in line to the throne, a well-off Catholic named Thomas Percy is having regular meetings with King James VI, who is regarded as having a lenient view towards Catholics.
So is he Mary's son?
So was he
Yeah,
Catholic?
he's Mary's
Was he
son.
Catholic himself?
No,
Mary.
his mum
Yeah.
was Catholic.
Yeah.
So he's Queen Mary.
So did he have to convert to become king then, I suppose?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
the divine rule.
His obviously, so yeah, like we just said, his mother was Catholic, but also his wife also happens to be Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, so maybe this guy's going to be cool. So this
Yeah.
well-off Catholic fella, Thomas Percy, is meeting up with him. He's claiming that James is saying, no, I'm good with you boys. I'm going to sort you all out.
Yeah.
It's all going to be fixed when I get in power. I'll wait for fucking Queen Lizard to die, and I got this for you boys. This is what Thomas Percy's claiming.
Mm.
Exactly what assurances James gave Percy, though, are unknown. Tesimond wrote that he made very, very generous promises to favour Catholics actively, and he would admit them to every kind of honour and office.
Was this an election campaign sort of promise?
Yeah, more than likely,
Yeah.
bruv, do you know what I mean? No doubt. But the consensus among historians is that what promises James did make were oral rather than written. So yeah, a fucking campaign one, bro.
Yeah.
100%. 24th of March, 1603. That's when James becomes king. What's funny is as well, is we've no doubt said that exact date on an episode before when we talk about Charles.
And not
Yeah.
even cross-referenced it to when it was.
What do you mean?
It's like you would have spoken about that date before.
Yeah.
You didn't even think about.
Yeah, having anything
All
to
of
do with this. So,
Yeah.
because we had a big date about episode about King Charles. This is obviously Charles's daddy, and we spoke a lot about James at the start of that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's the day James becomes King of England. His attitude towards Catholic is more moderate than his predecessor at the start, perhaps even tolerant. He swore that he would not persecute any that will be quiet and give an outward obedience to the law.
Mm.
So as long as if you're cool.
But the
you're
law
chill.
is you can't be Catholic.
Yeah. But, be quiet about it.
Yeah,
You
shut
know
your
what I
fucking
mean?
mouth.
What was it they used to say in the army with gay people? I mean, now they love it and you got the dog general and shit.
Oh, yeah.
But what was it they used to say in the army about being gay?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember.
They had like a slogan
Yeah.
about basically shut the fuck up.
Mm.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, gays are accepted but not talked about sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. There was a slogan, I can't remember it.
Yeah, me
It
either.
was all during the early noughties and that, because that's when they sort of got rid of it. He believed that exile should be a better solution than capital punishment.
So just basically kick him out.
You kick them out of the country, stick them to Europe, which kind of makes sense because
'Cause Europe was still
Catholic
Catholic,
over in
yeah.
Europe. So fuck off over there, you dickhead.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell, pal. That was it. Yeah, well done. But yeah,
That's my new thing for my vaccination status as well.
so yeah, what do you reckon? Exile being a better solution?
Nah.
Yeah, like why? Also, if
Push 'em
you
with a door. Or just give them the Vatican. That
do you
whole
mean?
state is now your homeland.
And
Send them all there in the millions. Oh, send them there.
Send them right there.
Give them at 1948, boy.
I was gonna say, if you were Catholic at this time, would you not leave anyway? Was it not easy enough to leave?
I get if you're skint though.
Mm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, the channel's only fucking 20 miles.
You could swim it.
Yeah.
David
Well,
Bowie
yeah,
just
old
proved
lady
that.
can swim that, and
Yeah.
fucking noncy comedians.
Yeah.
1603, Catesby helped to organise a mission to the new King of Spain. So, despite this, for some reason, Catesby doing this is pretty fucking sneaky. Catesby helped to organise a mission to the new King of Spain, Philip III, urging Philip to launch an invasion attempt on England.
Hmm.
So he's being
Sounds
treasonous
foolish.
already.
Do you know what I mean? But he also was part of the Essex Rebellion, weren't he?
Yeah.
He's not going to learn his lesson, even after getting fined fucking 10 mil, bro, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's still going to be sending letters to the King of Spain, like, come over here, boy. Come take
Yeah,
this
this
over.
time as a paper trail, he learned his lesson from fucking
Yeah.
correspondence with James.
He assured Philip that he would be supported, particularly by English Catholics. Philip said, fuck that noise, you lads are trying to get killed or something.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah.
So that was literally how Philip responded.
Nice.
19th of February 1604, after only a year in power, and during that year though, there was a couple of Catholic conspiracies to kidnap and kill James I.
Yeah.
I think that was 2 or 3.
Spain was busy in Holland and
Yeah.
France as well, wasn't
80
it?
Years' War was all
Yeah,
going on
80
during
years
this.
was on.
So the 80 Years' War is like Spain and Holland giving it over Catholicism and Protestantism and all that sort of fucking business.
So it's Dutch Protestant.
Yes, sure Dutch is Protestant.
Spanish.
Yeah,
so William of Orange is from.
Yeah, that's it. So there's been a few attempts on King James's life over this year. He also discovered that his wife, Queen Anne, had been sent a rosary from the Pope.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
How does he fucking deal with that? I can't remember.
But
I can't remember what he does. He fucks her over though.
Yeah, does he? I
think so.
Oh, nice.
Does he like put it on top of her and then put loads of stones on top?
He lays on top of her.
He makes a massive imprint on her head with it, like she slept on it.
So after that, James denounces the Catholic Church. He's pretty pissed at the Catholics after that business. 22nd of February 1604, 3 days later, he orders all Jesuits and all other Catholic priests to leave the country.
Oh, no, that's what it was. So that was the thing that triggered all this.
Yeah.
Kicking out the priests and everything.
He kicks them all out and reimposes a collections of fines and recussancy. I can never say this word, recussancy. So, everyone's going back to being underground Catholics. Later in February, it's pretty much going back to the dark times of when Elizabeth was crushing doors again.
Yeah, they've still got the fucking rooms in the house anyway.
Yeah, they've got their screwdrivers out. They're going at them hinges now.
The nonce-hole.
Yeah. Later in February 1604, Catesby invited Thomas Wintour to his house in Lambeth, where they discussed Catesby's plan to re-establish Catholicism in England by blowing up the House of Lords during the state opening of Parliament.
It's not a bad idea blowing up the House of Lords, is it?
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's like Carl Rittenhouse, where he shot into a crowd of liberals and killed 2 nonces. It's like the odds would be in favour. I'd take that. Blow up the House of Parliaments.
Definitely.
You get all the grim, fucking, corrupt nonce, fucking Satanists in one.
Yeah, definitely.
You might lose a couple martyrs, but then you just martyr them.
Couple of nice people, couple of few innocent people, but I think you
It's
also
worth it.
get
That's it. We'll just turn them in
fucking monsters.
Turn them into saints in 100 years' time.
Yeah,
Be fine.
that's it.
Apparently, they could have blown a square mile with all that fucking TNT.
So I watched a documentary. So it was on ITV years ago. But
Yeah, it's called V for Vendetta.
No, it's it was on ITV. You can watch on YouTube, and it's Richard Hammond.
Yeah.
Building what the House of Lords looked like back then out of like the right material with this explosive test yard.
Yeah.
Buying ancient gunpowder.
Was this Brainiac?
No, it was like a documentary
thing.
just about him blowing up the House of Lords.
Sick.
And he recreated the fucking explosion. You can sit there and watch it to see what it would actually look like if the explosion happened.
That seems more like a James May thing.
No, it's Hammond. It was pretty fucking
Nice.
good.
Do you know what? If it does ever happen, I reckon they'll use that as like media imagery and stuff like that.
It's pretty dated
Oh, is
on
it?
that. Like when they added it to the local town. Plus, the House of Lords looked completely different.
Yeah.
It sort of had like
Yeah, I think I can't remember. There's something significant for architecture in 1604. I think it was the cathedral.
Yeah.
But it was the end of the Gothic era of the arches.
yeah.
The last Gothic arch
So
was just coming in. So yeah, maybe they're constructing.
It was looking like
Or
it
Big
sort
Ben
of
and
just
stuff.
looked like a town hall in Skyrim, bro, the House of Lords back
Yeah.
then.
Wooden
just like-
structure, big beams.
It's just like a stone structure, like a normal church,
With
with
a
like an
boat on top.
undercroft, with like an undercroft and shit like that. Just like a large townhouse,
Yeah.
which the House of Lords was in, with all these other thatched houses around it.
While they're building it, like, what were these tunnels for underneath? I don't know.
Something to do with children.
Yeah. That's how you get the packet man in.
So later in February 1604, Catesby invited. Oh yeah, I did that. Thomas Wintour and that. Wintour was known as a competent scholar, able to speak several languages. He had fought with the English army in the Netherlands.
With or against?
With the English army.
Okay.
His uncle Francis Ingleby had been executed for being a Catholic priest in 1586.
How's that spelled? E.
Francis Ingleby.
Yeah, was it I?
I-N-G-L. Why is that?
An Engleby come to my mind somewhere.
Oh, did it?
I don't know why.
Oh, right.
Something to Canterbury, I think.
Also present at the
Dingleberry.
meetings was John Wright, a devout Catholic said to be one of the best swordsmen of his day, and a man who had taken part with Catesby in the Earl of Essex rebellions 3 years earlier.
Another Essex boy.
Proper. But I like to hear that a lot of these notes on these geezers is, yeah, they're pretty good with the sword, though.
Yeah.
They're fucking swishy
Yeah.
boys. Back then it was the swishy swords. It was
Yeah.
dueling shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, swords just got gay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I quite like that fencing dueling stuff. It's quite funky.
Nah.
It's quite fun.
Is this sort of Musketeers time?
Yeah, it's Musketeers,
Yeah.
bruv. They're doing fucking on guard.
You'd
That's
fuck
dope.
them up with a claymore.
I don't know if you could. That's the whole idea.
Cut their whole
Yeah, but
sword
they'd be
in half.
quicker though,
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
they?
it might
They're
be fast.
Like stealth.
Zip, pop, 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 pop. Zip,
Yeah,
zip, zip,
true.
Zip, zip, zip. Zip in you, bruv. Making little zips in your body. Despite his reservations over the possible repercussions should the attempt fail, Winter agreed to join the conspiracy. Perhaps persuaded by Catesby's rhetoric, let us give the attempt, and where it faileth, pass no further. Let's give it a go, lads.
Yeah. What's
Give
the
it
worst that
fucking-
can happen?
Yeah, that's it. After that, Winter travelled to Flanders to inquire about Spanish support. While there, he sought out a pretty important dude. A dude named Guido or Guy Fawkes.
Uh-oh.
Never heard of him before.
So, Guy Fawkes,
Yeah, he's my third favourite guy.
a committed Catholic and explosive expert who had served as a soldier in the southern Netherlands under the command of William Stanley, and in 1603 had been recommended for a captaincy. So they went and got...
It's like Wahhabism.
Yeah,
He's kind of got radicalised with the Spanish.
that's it. So they popped over to Pakistan, picked up a couple of fucking extremists,
Rubber dinghy rapids.
rubber dinghy rapids, and brought him back over. And then they got an actual explosive expert, so they know what they're up to. Do you know what I mean? It's a good one.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a
isn't it?
good guy to add to the list, isn't he?
Did he have all his fingers, though?
I don't know.
Bomb makers often don't.
No, probably not. Especially back then as well. It was all fucking touch and go. Also, imagine being an explosive expert on that battlefield back then. That would have been a laugh, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Because like, it's still early days. Didn't have
Yeah.
fuses, didn't have electronic triggers.
No.
So, bang. How much? Loads.
I don't know. Fucking
Can we
give it a
breach
go.
this door? I'll breach this whole fucking town, mate.
And we're just experimenting.
12 barrels.
24th of April, 1604, the Popish Recussance Act 1605 was introduced in Parliament, which threatened to outlaw all English followers of the Catholic Church. So James amping up even more.
He's massively gone against it all.
Oh, he's fucking flipped, bruv. He's gone.
Love makes you do crazy things, doesn't it?
It does. Especially when you find out the Pope's been fucking sending your missus shit.
Jewellery.
Yeah, like
straight
literally
up.
the top guy of like the Catholics.
Who was it? Julius?
I don't know which Pope it was at the time, no.
I think it would be Julius by now.
Sneaky bastard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Trying to get in the fucking King of England's skirt, bro.
Bad.
Rude.
Right in our pocket.
Is that like comparable to like Saddam Hussein speaking to George Bush's wife?
Pretty much sending her jewellery and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fuck that cunt up.
Later in April 1604, so the same month that happened, Wintour and Fawkes returned to England, telling Catesby that Spanish support was unlikely.
What date was that? Sorry.
Just later in April 1604.
Who's celebrating it? Are they celebrating Easter at this time? Is that a later thing?
No, I'm sure they're
Yeah, no, it
celebrating
would've been
Easter.
about-
Is that a Protestant thing or Catholic thing?
Both.
Catholic. Because it's a pagan tradition that they've like whitewashed.
Yeah, but Protestants would have done it as well.
They don't celebrate though, do they?
Unless they're pure. Well, actually, yeah. I
Actually,
think we're
Puritanism wasn't kicking off
Yeah,
just yet. That was
Puritanism
Cromwell, wasn't it?
just about, yeah.
So yeah, they're still flouncing.
Yeah.
Still chocolatey and gold everywhere.
There probably is still. Everyone's having a bit of Easter. Thomas Percy, Catesby's friend, and John Wright's brother-in-law were introduced to the plot several weeks later. Some more lads are being added to the plot. And after that, on the 20th of May, 1604, the first meeting between the OG 5 conspirators at the Duck and Drake Inn, just off the Strand in Westminster. Catesby, Thomas Winter, and John Wright were in attendance, joined by Guy Fawkes and Thomas Percy.
Do you reckon they got like an album cover photo of them together?
Nowhere.
One of them was
I
James's bodyguard, wasn't he?
What's that?
One of the conspirators was James's bodyguard.
Maybe one of the later ones who joined up.
Oh, right.
Because there's some even more fucking sign up.
That was
No
when
one
it got
else
to
is any
like
of these geezers.
Ocean's 13 or something. Once it got up to
One
that
of them
point.
was in charge, or I think maybe one of them was employed by a guy who was in charge of the Royal Guards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
Well,
that's
they
how they
rented
got
the
the
house
information when he was going to be in the Lords, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So, also, though, in a private room just off of them, just off from the 5 plotters, by coincidence, and ignorant of the plot, Father John Gerard, a friend of Catesby's, was celebrating Mass in another room. And the same night, the 5 men also managed to receive the Eucharist.
Oi.
Yeah, so same night they fucking came up with the plan.
But did it actually transfigurate into Jesus in their mouth or not?
Doubt it.
That's where all this beef started. I ain't eating actual Jesus, dickhead. I bet you are.
That's where cannibalism for witches came from, no doubt. You know what I mean? The adjournment of Parliament gave the conspirators, they thought, until February 1605 to finalise their plan. So really, Catesby is the geezer behind this.
Yeah,
Guy
he's the
Fawkes
main
is just
dude.
the guy who was in charge of the detonation at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true.
He's just
There's
the
the
trigger
gunpowder
man.
plot, and he's just the guy with the plunger.
Yeah, he's just the trigger man. It should be the Catesby plot. We should be burning Catesby.
Yeah.
Fawkes using the
Meddling Catesby, we call him.
The adjournment of Parliament gave... Oh, yeah, I said that. So, after that, they start using Catesby's lodgings in Lambeth to, like, keep a bunch of gunpowder barrels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fawkes is given a pseudonym, John Johnson.
I don't feel like they tried very hard with that.
It's not good, is it? And with this pseudonym, he took charge of the building, posing as a Percy's servant.
Right.
Percy Persington.
Percy Personson.
Where are they getting hold of all the gunpowder?
It's various places. They're shipping it in.
It's quite like freely available this time.
I think it's easier.
Yeah,
Gun
pre-9/11, you
laws.
get away with anything.
I think it's a lot easier.
Find it
back
on the
then,
dark
too.
web.
I think you can find it up and down as well. I think it's quite easy to make.
Yeah,
Richard
it's just
Hammond
potassium
actually goes
nitrate.
Spain for it.
Oh, and they was in with Spain, so they're probably getting it.
Yeah,
from
they
there.
probably get it from there.
Yeah.
They've got fucking Guy Fawkes is doing.
I wonder if they knew it was fertiliser yet.
What do you mean?
Potassium nitrate.
No,
Yeah.
back then they used
Shite.
certain powders. I can't remember. I watched it on that Richard Hammond
Saltpeter.
show. Yeah, saltpeter is one of them.
That's potassium nitrate.
Oh, is it?
So,
There you go.
were they mixing it in with their mud to grow better plants, or were they just trying to blow shit up?
I don't know.
I wonder, like, 'cause that would be a cool one, because humans are just prone to that, and
Yeah.
like, we've unlocked the most energy we ever find. Let's drop it on someone.
Let's throw it at another
No, I don't just
person.
fucking melt them with it.
Meanwhile, King James I continues with his policies against the Catholics and Parliament pushed through anti-Catholic legislation until its adjournment on 7th of July. So the whole time they're making this plan, fucking Parliament is still shitting on the Catholics.
Yeah.
Pushing it
until
further
they
and
close.
further.
October 1604.
Do you reckon if they stopped, they would have been like, nah, let's call it off?
Yeah,
Like,
not
actually,
bad.
it's cool. You can wear your rosary, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they would.
Don't be praying to Mary.
I
That's
don't
That's
know.
idol worship.
They'd already started
writing
doing it
letters to
before.
Philip and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Catesby geezer is just a snaky man, it feels like.
Yeah,
Bit
he's
of
an
a Bin
FBI agent,
Laden's.
big time.
Bit of a Bin Laden's, bruv. October 1604, all the conspirators returned to London when Robert Keyes, a desperate man, ruined and indebted, was admitted to the group. So that's another geezer joins the party.
He doesn't sound like a very good guy to have, though.
It doesn't that sound pretty good to have.
Sounds like a bit of a hothead.
His responsibility was to take charge over Catesby's house in Lambeth from Guy,
Right.
where the gunpowder and the other supplies were being stored. Key's family had notable connections with his wife's employer was the Catholic Lord Mordaunt. He was tall with red beard and was seen as a trustworthy and, like Fawkes, capable of looking after himself.
Okay.
Yeah. In December, Catesby recruited his servant, Thomas Bates, into the plot after his servant accidentally became aware of the plot.
I found your book. Anyway, we want to do a thing with the boys. Dingy Rapids.
We're friends now.
We're friends now. Come on in. Well, it was probably like, well, you either sign up or I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Because I ain't having no rat hanging around. By the end of 1604, the fines collected... Oh, yeah, so after all of this, by the end of 1604, here's how much they managed to collect in fines. The modern equivalent of £14.5 million.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Just in fines.
That's like a
for
day at
Catholics.
Yeah. You seen how much money they've made on that?
No.
It's
No,
fucking
go on.
ridiculous.
How much
It's
they
like,
made on it?
it was like 300 odd million
Fuck off.
me.
in daily charges and fines.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
it's a lot.
That's wild.
That ain't never
that
gonna
is
stop.
mental.
And I bet it's a politician's wife or something that's doing all the fucking accounting and
Yeah.
owns the company.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
fucking crazy. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Or their mate or their cousin, or do you know what I mean? The contemporary account of the prosecution claimed that during... Yeah, so Parliament's closed, right? And
Why is it closed?
because they just close every so often.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And
and then the king opens it, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's
it.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
The contemporary account of the prosecutions, the guys who caught Guy and that, claim that during this delay, the conspirators were digging a tunnel beneath Parliament. This may have been government fabrication, though, as no evidence for the existence of a tunnel was presented by the prosecution, and no trace has ever been found.
Of it, yeah.
What actually was the owner of the House of Parliament had just put up a anti-terrorist insurance policy, and the building was full of asbestos. Should have taken a fortune to remove.
Although here's another thing: the account of the tunnel does directly come from Thomas Wintour's confessions.
Okay.
And Guy Fawkes did not admit to the existence of such a scheme until his 5th interrogation, until he was tortured and his nipples were twisted until he admitted to the
Guantanamo
Bay
Bay
trials.
Yeah.
So whipping their ball bag, that was one of the torture methods.
Well, they
Sat in like
really-
a toilet chair and they just whipped their bollocks like, yeah, I've fucking done it, I don't care, come on.
I wonder if they hit Guy with that one.
Yeah, big time. If you're a torturer, you'd know the bollocks were soft, wouldn't you? That's the first place I'd go. Or fingernails, just for the fucking
Fingernails,
satisfaction.
Yeah.
Teeth, obviously.
Yeah.
25th of March, 1605, the plotters purchased a lease to the Undercroft. They were supposedly meant to be tunnelling towards, owned by a man named John Wynyard. The Undercroft is literally the storehouse under the bottom of the Houses of Lords.
Yeah, it's like a vault or something.
So someone had already owned it and they're renting it out.
Yeah, and then they started renting it out, so the conspirators were like, oh, fucking, where else are we going to put the barrels, lads?
Yeah.
Which is fucking luck on
They're
that
nearly
one.
there digging.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, fuck it. Everyone out the tunnel, we're going around the corner to
Up
the
for
actual
rent,
door.
boy. But what a fucking secure on that one. You'd be well happy, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Guy Fawkes, after that, is... this is when I read something earlier about him taking over a house. This is when Guy Fawkes, using the pseudonym John Johnson, takes charge of the building, posing as his mate's servant.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So he's now in charge of the Undercroft.
Night watchman.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he's just walking in and out.
Yeah, he can carry barrels in and out,
Yeah.
back and forth. They're using Catesby's house across the river, Thames, to store, and that's where the other chappie's in charge of it.
Yeah.
And they're getting on a boat, sailing it across the Thames, and then
Straight
guys
to-
picking it up and taking it straight into the Undercroft.
Nice.
All in
Super
like
easy.
plain sight.
Plain
I'd
sight and
imagine,
shit. Because they just look like they're moving barrels.
Yeah, yeah.
From boat to
Yeah, everything
Undercroft.
was in barrels.
Yeah.
Nowadays, a barrel will make you suspicious.
Yeah, even why does it say TNT, bro?
You selling them to some sort of fancy restaurant, you cunt?
Yeah,
You're going to make a table out of that?
Exactly. But back then, everyone's fucking rocking the barrels. Even dogs had barrels on their collars back then, bro.
Yeah.
So it's happening. In the second week of June, 1605, Catesby met in London the principal Jesuit in England,
Oh, nee.
Father Henry Garnet, and asked him about the morality of entering into an undertaking which might involve the destruction of the innocent together with the guilty. So he had a little conversation we just had a second ago. Garnet answered that such actions could often be excused.
Yeah, that's Jesuit style, isn't it?
So also, I'm just saying, JC just admitted that we can do that shit
Yeah.
in Minecraft. But according to his own account, later admonished Catesby during a second meeting in July in Essex, showing him a letter from the Pope which forbade rebellion. Well, I don't listen to popes, so
No. So they fucking crack on anyway.
that's it. We're going to crack on in Minecraft. July 1605. According to Fawkes, 20 barrels of the gunpowder were brought into the Undercroft at first, followed by 16 more on 20th of July. So now they got
That's a lot
that
of barrels.
36 barrels in there. Mate, the explosion Richard Hammond makes with it with 36 barrels is crazy.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what would that do to the river?
Bro, I'm going to show you the explosion at the end of this episode.
Nice.
We could even have a little pause and I could show you the
I
explosion.
do need
right
to
now.
wait, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Do you think you guys
Yeah,
want to
go
see
for
it?
that, yeah. Record our reaction as well.
That's how.
That's it. Okay.
That's the break way. Well, that's the way I always do it, and it fucking works. But yeah, how mental was that fucking explosion?
Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Isn't it?
300 metres of fucking smash up.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one, bro. So it definitely would have worked.
Yeah.
36 barrels was definitely the number, wasn't it?
Yeah.
if you didn't want any stained glass windows left in
Yeah,
Westminster
they
Abbey.
fucked up Westminster Abbey, which I thought was quite cool, because that's iconic. I'm sure the stained glass window in there has been there for centuries.
Yeah.
They would have
Yeah.
fucked that up, which is pretty cool. 28th of July, the ever-present threat of plague again delayed the opening of Parliament. So plague's kicking off. Parliament are like, fucking chill out.
Like COVID lockdowns.
It's COVID lockdowns for
Yeah.
Parliament. And this time, the date has been changed to is Tuesday, the 5th of November.
Ooh.
After that was announced, Fawkes left the country for a little bit.
Yeah,
He's got a bit, a little holiday.
Little holiday. He's got a big job coming up. The king, meanwhile, spent much of the summer away from the city hunting. He stayed wherever was convenient, including on occasion at the houses of prominent Catholics.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Late August 1605, Fawkes returned to England when he and Winter
Just
discovered
thinking, oh, them Catholic birds are like.
where England were, and he and Winter discovered that the gunpowder stored in the Undercroft had decayed.
Oh.
Keep your powder dry. What did you learn from the Spanish?
I imagine it would have been wet down there.
That's
Like really
it.
damp, wouldn't it? Right next to the river.
More gunpowder was brought into the room along with firewood to conceal it. But here's the thing: that old geezer, I don't know if you saw him a little bit, the proper mental looking one who had his digital camera out on that Richard Hammond show.
Yeah.
He done a test where they found that he tried finding out what it meant back in those days, what decayed gunpowder meant.
Right.
Yeah.
And he found out what it basically meant to people back then was if it was decayed, it couldn't be put into a gun or a musket.
Right, but in
still,
a barrel
once
it
you
would
get
have been
hot,
alright.
it'll dry out.
It will dry out and it will still explode. So they had the 36 in there, but they just added extra because it was still blew 'em up. He even did a test. He made some gunpowder decayed in that way, so it was all blocking and blew it up.
So
He
it's
was
more barrels than their test showed then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
jeez.
Because they were saying it was a square mile, and they
Yeah.
only said like 600 metres or so.
So there would have been even more unless they did more checks into if it was 36, including the fucking extra decayed ones. But yeah, so big bang, bruv.
It depends how they're sequenced as well. If you spread them out on fuses or whatever.
Yeah. That's
Well, they was all
lot
just
more
in one
sense area.
vault though, was there
I
not?
think they're all just under the Undercroft, all like it's stacked in one pile. With, like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
fucking-
It's
Do you know how big
storage
this?
area, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you know how big this room is?
It's
Big
from
enough
that-
for 40 odd barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know that video we watched of the
Yeah.
size of the House of Lords? Then it was the entire underneath it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was just like the entire basement.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, that's what the Undercroft is. I always just think of whenever I heard that term, I think of the Undercroft in Whiterun in Skyrim. I'm pretty sure there's an Undercroft there.
Yeah. We like on the last building I was on.
Yeah.
There's the Undercroft. Do you know like where you got a parking space underneath a flat?
Yeah.
We called that the Undercroft. Like where are you? I'm at the Undercroft.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. October 1605, the details of the plot were finalised in a series of taverns across London and Daventry. Fawkes would be left to light the fuse and then escape across the Thames, while simultaneously a revolt in the Midlands would help to ensure the capture of the king's daughter Elizabeth, who they were going to turn Catholic.
Ah.
Oh shit.
I don't even know how that fucking means, bro. Fawkes would leave for the continent to explain the events to King Philip and try and encourage Europeans to help an invasion. A few of the conspirators expressed worries about the safety of fellow Catholics who would be present in Parliament on the day of the planned explosion. Percy, the guy who was renting out the Undercroft, was concerned for his patron, Northumberland.
That's what you always hear like at school.
Yeah.
He bubbled everyone.
The Lord Monteagle, and Sturton were also mentioned. Keyes suggested warning Lord Mondaunt, his wife's employer. Gatesby says, "Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
Don't tell no one, bro.
Yeah.
We've already added loads of chavvies to this."
How suspicious is it going to be if no one turns up to work on 9/11? I mean, 5/11.
So originally in the gunpowder plot there was 5 chavvies. There's now 13 geezers. So he's already pissed that more people have got involved.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tell anyone, bro.
Yeah.
It's got too big.
It's that
it.
hippie girl in Four Lions, isn't it?
Yeah,
Gotta go fucking kill her.
Saturday, 26th of October, 1605, Monteagle arranged a meal in a long-disused house at Hoxton. So one of these prominent Catholic chavvies they were just mentioning. He's having a private party.
Little hipster town.
Suddenly, a servant appeared saying he had been handed a letter for Lord Monteagle from a stranger in the road. Monteagle ordered it to be read aloud to the company.
Oh, you can't!
My lord, out of the love I bear to some of your friends, I have a care of your preservation. Therefore, I would advise you as you tender your life, to devise some excuse to shift your attendance at this Parliament. For God and man hath concurred to punish the wickedness of this time. And think not slightly of this advertisement, but retire yourself into the country where you may expect the event in safety. though there be no appearance of any stir, yet I say they shall receive a terrible blow, this Parliament, and yet they shall not see who hurts them. This council is not to be condemned, because it may do you good, and can do you no harm, for the danger is past as soon as you have burnt the letter, and I hope God will give you the grace to make good use of it to those to whose holy protection I commend you.
So he's just read that out loud to his whole
party.
party. Dickhead.
Yeah, he's trying to be fancy, wasn't he? The servant turns up, they're like, "Oh, let's a few, sir."
It's
Read it aloud!
A mysterious man in the street gave me this letter, sir.
Usually it's, "Have you got 50p, mate?"
It's like receiving a phone call on loudspeaker and someone says something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened, but it's a fucking death threat.
Yeah.
Yo, don't turn up, we're bombing Parliament. Yeah. Oh, shit. 1st of November, 1605, it's getting close. This letter was shown to the king.
For fuck's sake.
Following his arrival back in London. Upon reading it, James immediately seized upon the word blow. And he thought he was getting sucked off.
It'd be a fatal, horrible blow. I don't mind a 2 one.
He wasn't thinking of blowjobs. He felt that it hinted at some stratagem of fire and power. Perhaps an explosion exceeded in violence, just like the one that killed his father.
They're trying to kill my father!
Because his dad, Lord Danley, also died in a big explosion.
Not nice.
So he thinks that they're
by the Catholics.
No, I don't think by Catholics. 4th of November, Catesby, likely accompanied by John Wright and Bates, set off for the Midlands. Fawkes visited Keys and was given a pocket watch left by Percy to time the fuse. And an hour later, one of the conspirators named Rockwood received several engraved swords from a local cutler. They all got fucking celebratory swords. Which is a game.
Let's keep it low key. Alright, but put 511 boys blew up Parliament.
All up the blade. But they all did get like special little cutlers for the event, which I think is getting extra shit, bro.
Very cool.
Let's get some custom swords, boys. That evening, the Lord Chamberlain, Thomas
So
Howard...
is that like getting matching tattoos on holiday?
Yeah, that's it. They got the legs, bruv, the gangster. That evening, the Lord Chamberlain, Thomas Howard, 1st Earl of Suffolk, would undertake a search of the Houses of Parliament, both above and below. According to the King's version, the first search of the building in and around Parliament was made on Monday, the 4th of November, as the plotters were busy making their final preparations by Suffolk, Montague and John Wynyard. They found this is who searched. They found a large pile of firewood in the undercroft beneath the House of Lords, accompanied by what they presumed to be a serving man. It was Fawkes himself.
Johnny John.
Who told them that this firewood belonged to his master, Thomas Percy.
So he managed to plug that one.
Yeah, he was like, just keep finding firewood, lads.
Yeah.
It's the lads' firewood. They left to report their findings, at which time Fawkes also left the building. The mention of Percy's name aroused further suspicion, as he was already known to the authorities as a Catholic agitator. The king insisted that a more thorough search be undertaken.
That still happens every time they open Parliament now. The beefeaters go around and search for gunpowder. Yeah, it's like ceremonial now, but...
Yeah, of course. Until I fucking put some gunpowder there in Minecraft. Closer to midnight, the search party, headed by Thomas Knivet, returned to the undercroft. Again, they find Fawkes there, but this time he's dressed in a cloak and hat and wearing boots with spurs on. So
he's got a custom sauce.
No, 511 boys written on him. He was arrested, whereupon he gave his name as John Johnson, who is carrying a lantern now held in the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford.
Ah.
That's pretty cool.
Do you reckon he was wearing his Guy Fawkes mask? Like his anonymous mask?
He had the beard. He trimmed it especially for the occasion. And a search of his person revealed a pocket watch, several slow matches, and touchwood. 36 barrels of gunpowder were discovered under piles of kindling and coal.
Oh, fuck.
Fawkes was taken to the king early on the morning of 5th of November.
Should have got him with his fancy brand new sword.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Took him in there like, what do you reckon? This is John Johnson. He's like,
why does his sword say Guy? An arrest warrant was issued against Thomas Percy, and his patron, the Earl of Northumberland, was placed under house of arrest. In John Johnson's initial interrogation, he revealed nothing other than the name of his mother and that he was from Yorkshire. So this whole time, Guy Fawkes has had a Yorkshire accent.
Yeah. All through the Spanish War. Hey, up. It's blowing down, do you?
We're going to blow up Parliament, are we?
Be like fucking Fred Dibner.
It's fucking awesome, isn't it? Oh, watch over there. Go boom. A letter to Guy Fawkes was discovered on his person. Fuck's sake, bro.
Yeah, fucking
I
useless.
stole it. I found it.
It is the 4 Lions, boys.
But he claimed that name was one of his aliases.
No.
Far from denying his intentions, Johnson stated that it had been his purpose to destroy the king and parliament. So, half line. Nevertheless, he maintained his composure, insisted that he had acted alone. His unwillingness to yield so impressed the king that he described him as possessing a Roman resolution.
So give him some Roman torture, boy. Put him in a hot fucking cow or something.
6th of November, the Lord Chief Justice, Sir John Popham, a man with deep-seated hatred of Catholics, questioned Rookwood's servants. Where'd they get these swords, lads?
Yeah.
Where's the receipt for these
Somebody
swords?
get this guy's bollocks out. We're going to find out where they got the swords made.
By the evening, he had learned the names of several of those involved in the conspiracy. Catesby, Rookwood, Keyes, Winter, John and Christopher Wright, and Grant. Johnson, meanwhile, persisted with his story, and along with the gunpowder he was found with, was moved to the Tower of London.
Yeah.
This is where it begins.
It all goes
Because
wrong.
King has decided that Johnson would be tortured, specifically the rack. They'd hang him. They'd hang you by shackles, just leave you hanging till you're aching. Then they'd stick you on the rack and stretch you out.
That'd feel so good for like a split second.
There
I
will
was
be
going
a
to say, I
point.
could be doing with it. Like, just make myself a bit taller.
There would be one point. It would be sick, and then click. Oh, not so sick.
Yeah, I feel so good. It just fucking goes to shit.
Also, 6th of November, with Fawkes maintaining his silence, the fugitives, all the other geezers who were involved, fucking running about in a mob together, raid Warwick Castle for supplies, then continued to Norbrook to collect weapons.
Oh, so they're not fucking too
So they're
bad.
not ready for it.
They've got
They're
guns
still
stashed
going.
up in the
They're up
woods.
for it, lads.
Oh yeah, because they were going to kidnap straight after, weren't they?
From there, they continued their journey to Huddington. Bates left the group and travelled to Corton Court to deliver a letter from Catesby to Father Garnet and other priests, informing them of what had transpired and asking for their help in raising an army. Garnet replied by begging Catesby and his followers to stop their wicked actions. They root around for allies, but no one wants to fuck with them anymore.
Nah,
They know it's all fucking gone tits up, and the heat is too hot.
it's too mainstream, yeah.
That's it. They're turning up at yards. Dudes are telling them to get the fuck out. They eventually end up holding up at Helbetch House in Huddington. 7th of November. Guy Fawkes' resolve is broken. He confesses late that day and again over the following 2 days. The next day, 8th of November, Richard Walsh, Sheriff of Worcestershire, and his company of 200 men besiege Holbelch House on the morning of 8th of November.
How many did they get there?
What do you mean?
How many people did they
The rest of
siege?
the conspirators.
Every
pretty much-
single one of them?
Yeah, pretty much all
No
of
one
them.
escaped.
No one got away. Thomas Wintour is hit in the shoulder while crossing the courtyard. John Wright was shot, followed by his brother, and then Rookwood. Catesby and Percy were reportedly killed by a single shot together.
Nice.
One shot got both of them. Catesby's death is rumoured that apparently he died clutching a cross and an image of the Virgin Mary.
Idol worshipper.
The attackers rushed the property and stripped the dead or dying defenders of their clothing. Grant, Morgan, Rookwood, and Winter were arrested. 31st of January, 1606. So, almost a year later. Fawkes and others, Fawkes and 3 others, Thomas Wintour, Ambrose Rookwood, and Robert Keyes, were dragged from the tower on wattled hurdles to the old palace yard at Westminster, opposite the building they had attempted to destroy.
Oh.
Fawkes, fellow plotters, were then hanged and quartered. Fawkes was the last to stand on the scaffold. He asked for forgiveness of the king and state while keeping up his crosses and idol ceremonies. So he wants forgiveness, even though he kept it all up. Weakened by torture and aided by the hangman, Fawkes began to climb the ladder to the noose. But either through jumping to his death, or some people think he might have slipped, he managed to avoid the agony of hanging and broke his own neck. As he
Oh,
fell.
so quick, yeah.
That's like the trap door underneath the
Yeah.
thing.
His
Smart.
lifeless body was nevertheless quartered, and was the custom, His body parts were then distributed to the four corners of the kingdom to be displayed as a warning to the others.
Imagine living in the corner.
Just all these body parts.
No, another bit.
It's got a KFC bucket. Fuck's sake, I hate hips.
Got his shoulder. Yeah, that's the gunpowder plot in full, lads.
That's pretty crazy. I like the fact that they were going to try and fuck the Protestant out of the king's daughter.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's pretty crazy.
That was a wild part, wasn't it? Like, what was the plan there? They're going to just convince her. You know, your nan was Catholic.
Yeah.
I never met her. Won't she ever doesn't everyone call her Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mental.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that Catesby should definitely be the guy.
Yeah, Catesby's the man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Catesby is Osama.
Yeah.
It'd be
Well,
like
he's the Saudi investor, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like, well, we all think of Osama bin Laden for we're all meant to think of Osama bin Laden for 9/11. We don't venerate the fucking. Name me one of the plane. Name me that mate's passport who was found in the rubble.
I have a good guess.
Something.
It's only like 3 names I use, isn't it? Abu, Al, Mo.
But that's who Guy Fawkes is.
Yeah.
The guy whose ID was found in the rubble.
Yeah, true.
Do you know
But maybe he was popular because he had that fucking Roman resolve. The king went on about him like he's a brave. He's
I reckon it was the facial hair. He must have had the best. He must have had the best facial hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
for
pointy
sure.
beard.
Although Catesby was an Essex boy.
He was. He would have looked dapper.
So
And he
he'd
was
have been-
rich.
Yeah.
Minted little rich Essex boy.
Well, that's why I don't go on about him then.
Oh,
He's
got
like
paid
rich
off.
boy. He's from a rich family and all that.
Whereas Guy is like the ex-squattee
Just a little
Yeah.
Yorkshire boy. He's
Yorkshire
to fight
man
for Spain.
who likes boom. I like things go boom.
Yeah, mate, it would have made a better story, wouldn't it? Like rags to not
Rags to-
riches.
Not riches. Rags to explosives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rags to the tower.
Rags to terrorists.
Rags to each corner.